Hello, and thanks for stopping by the Sister Cousins Lifestyle channel. My name is Sandy, and in today's video, we're going to be going on a little bit of a road trip. We're going to head out to Gaffney, South Carolina. That's a place that I've shared over here on the channel many times now, but I love going there because there's one store there that I love, and that's the Pottery Barn Outlet. So I'm going to go run in there today to see what they may have new in the store for spring or whatever. And at the very end of the video, we've got a little bit of a haul, so be sure to stick around to the end. So let's go ahead and get started and head on out to Gaffney, South Carolina. It hasn't been too long since we've been in here before, but every chance I get or when I'm in the area, I definitely make it my business to stop in here to see what's new because things change in here from one day to the next. To my surprise, when I entered the store, I was met by a lot of spring decor, and I always love that when you can get items that are for the current season already here and on sale. So the Easter items, spring items were already 40% off, and I love that. They also had other seasonal decor, which we'll see in a few, but it was really good to see some of the really pretty tabletop decor and things like that for the spring season here. These red and white napkins, not red and white, but red napkins and gold napkin rings and the red and white placemats caught my eye as well. I thought those were really, really pretty. And of course, they always have their flameless candles. And if you don't know, flameless candles from Pottery Barn are amazing. They have such a real life looking flicker to them. So I love that about them. They also have some really, really good smelling candles that you actually burn, and these three here jar candles here, they were $59.99, and then they were 40% off of that. They burn for 62 hours, so that is a great burn time on those. These were pretty trays here for a nice little spring tea or an Easter tea or something like that. I'm really having a hard time getting things to focus here, guys, but I am trying to get the prices there for you, but I thought those were really, really cute. One thing they're always going to have here are a variety of candles and candle holders, things like that. These were really nice as well, but the first ones that we saw over there in the white jars, those have my heart because I can still smell them. They smelled amazing. All of these did as well, especially this purple one that had like a lavender scent to it. Their candles are really nice. And they, like I said, they were 40% off. So definitely a great discount from what you would pay at the retail stores. Typically, they'll always have some botanicals in the store as well, whether they be in season or not. Today's selection tend to be more on in season. So that's a nice thing as well. If I needed spring florals, I would take a look at those, but I really don't. I don't need anything in here today, guys. I'm just in here just because it was convenient to come today, so I like to take advantage of it. Like I said, I love these little bee themed things that they have. They bring those out every year at Williams-Sonoma, and they're here today at 40% off. They also have these coffee table books, and what attracted me to these was that they were oversized. I love a large coffee table book, and these were really, really nice, but to me, they weren't enough of a discount at all. So those were really pricey. They were still running over $100. Well, actually, with the 40% off, they'll be about $60, but that's still quite a bit. So I'm just looking around to see that great deal. Up ahead here, to my surprise, they had a whole selection of Christmas items. Now, I was in here about a month ago. They had Christmas items, but they didn't have as many as they had today, surprisingly. We are now into the end of March, or by the time you see that, February. By the time you see this, we will be into March. And this was just a couple days ago, and they still had a ton of items in. This wreath here caught my eye. I thought it was super cute. It would be easy enough to make if you just look at it. It's really not a whole lot to it, but it is a cute little wreath just the same. And no trip to Pottery Barn is complete without looking at some of their pottery or some of their vessels or jars or vases, whatever you want to call them. Today's sale price was 40% off, which was decent, but not the best that it could be. This one caught my eye. I really love the texture in this one. It was $79. And then, of course, as you saw, you get the 40% off of that. Now, you already know we can beat that price over at Home Goods. Home Goods is always going to have some really, really nice vessels in at a fraction of the price that you're going to pay at some of your higher end stores. So we look at them, we get ideas or inspiration, and then we shop our budget friendly stores, or at least that's what I do. I am all about creating a high end look, but on a budget. That is my thing over here. So if that's something you enjoy as well, this is the channel for you, because we're going to always be out here hunting for the best deals. I have never purchased any furniture from Pottery Barn, but I always admire it and admire the prices that some of these pieces have on them. Now, I know that a lot of their fabric is performance fabric, which are goals. It's goals for me. I would love to have some performance fabric pieces for my home, just for those spills and that type of thing. Some really durable fabric is probably better suited for my lifestyle. But at these prices, I can't do it. I cannot do it. But I do like to kind of keep my pulse on what's out here, what they have going on or whatever. And like I said, try to find something that works for me, but at a better price point. Today, the furniture is 30% off. Sometimes I come as 40% off and even 50%. I don't think I've ever seen it any higher than 50% off, which is still, very high for, or very expensive for some of these pieces. Like this chair here is not practical at all. I don't know. I guess it would be like for a vanity or something like that. Oh, and another thing I need to say is a lot of these furniture pieces are final sale. So there's that. So you have to be certain that the piece is comfortable or whatever it is that you need it to be before you make that selection. I love pillow covers, and when I can get a high quality pillow cover at a good price, I am always excited about it. So I always come over, take a look at their pillow covers, because whether I like the pattern or not, it's always great quality fabric. And so I just really admire that about it. Now, I do like a lot of these pillows. These are really pretty brown linen pillow covers or whatever. But I just love the quality of the fabric. The fabric on here, on their pillows, are like no other. They're very heavy duty. They're very sturdy. They spot clean very well. I mean, I've got, practice with that, a lot of it actually. So I always come over here and I'll pick up a pillow cover if I see something that I like or that would fit with my decor style. I don't know why this one has been calling me. Every time I come in here, I look at it. The vibrant colors are so against what I do in my home, but I just like this pillow cover. And one of these days I'm going to come in here and these pillow covers are going to be on enough of a sale where I may end up picking up one just as a little pop of color in one of my bedrooms. So that's something that I just might do, because I have looked at this pillow cover now. It's probably been maybe even 2 years. I don't know. It's been a while. But anyway, I look here. They had a lot of pillow covers. Nothing caught my eye today, and that's perfectly fine because I didn't need any anyway. But I did make sure that I didn't miss out on any of them to look at and make sure that there was nothing here that I needed to have. And like I mentioned, I don't have any performance fabric items in my home, although I would love to. Like my sofas and things like that, I have to work very hard to keep them clean because they are not performance fabric. But when I can find a pillow cover that has that performance fabric that I can afford, I like to do that to add to my sofa, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. These boxes here have become my best friends. Every time I come in here of late, they have these boxes set up. They're typically anywhere between 60 and 70% off. The boxes are filled with comforters, duvet covers, sheet sets, throws, curtains, all types of things. Today, I really wasn't in the mood for that type of hunting through the boxes. So I looked a little bit and I just kind of kept it moving because I really didn't need anything out of here. But I did, kind of look through at a glance just to make sure nothing stuck out at me that I really needed to have. I am in the market for some more curtains, but it's hard to find the number of panels that you need in a situation like that. But if you're lucky enough to happen upon some, you can find some really, really good deals here, because 70% off at Pottery Barn, that's a big deal. Most of what you'll find here at the Pottery Barn outlet here is going to be bedding, things like that. They have a large selection of comforters, throws, duvet covers, that type of thing to choose from. And these typically are on a discounted price too, typically around 30 to 40% off, which is, still pretty pricey, but I like to look just the same because you just never know. I also love to look at their robes. They have some really, really nice robes. I love a nice soft fitting robe with some nice fabric and things like that. I'm a very tactile person, so something that feels good is always going to just catch my attention here. I just love the look of it and the feel, and it just looks so cozy, so warm, so comfortable, all the things that I like in a robe. This one here really reminded me of a Dior piece, which you know how much that can be. But anyway, we're just looking around here, just kind of wasting some time. I am not looking for anything in particular, as I mentioned, but I love looking. This is just so therapeutic for me to just walk around and shop and just clear my mind of all of the chaos that's going on here in this world today. This is just a moment that I can just enjoy myself and forget about my or things that are weighing heavily on me. So that's what I do, is go shopping, even if it's window shopping. It doesn't matter as long as I'm out here. The lighting section at Pottery Barn, sometimes it can look really, really presentable and very nice. Today is not one of those days. They just kind of have a whole lot going on over here and like pieces of lamps and things like that. But you can find, that diamond in the rough sometimes, or something that you're looking for. Like, look at this lamp here. This is a little travertine based lamp or whatever. It doesn't have a shade on it or anything. It's still over $200, which is crazy. I like checking out their dressers, their chests, their nightstands, their end tables, that type of thing as well. Like I said, I've never purchased any furniture here, but I always like to look at it and just to see the quality of the pieces, things like that. The furniture pieces, as I've mentioned earlier, they're 40% off today. Not the best sale that I've seen here, but not bad. I don't know how long this mall is going to be open or whatever. There's no talks that I'm aware of that they're going to be closing, but all the other stores out here are pretty much closed down, or just really looking like they're hanging on by a thread. And I know that's the case with malls all across the U.S. Like, malls are kind of a thing of the past. But I would really be sad if this particular one closed, because I do enjoy coming in here just to see what they have at the outlet store. Online shopping is probably what I do the majority of the time, but I do enjoy a nice opportunity to come through and walk through a physical store from time to time, especially if it relates to home decor. You all already know that. But here we are, and we're looking here. I call this the junk section, but I always come over here because you just never know what you'll find over here. And today I actually did make a purchase from this area here. So like I said at the beginning, there will be a small haul at the end. So I'll show you what I did pick up. This is a nice little throw here. It's in a black and white. I actually bought a black and white throw last year, I think it was, that I love. I think I got it from CB2. I'm always on the hunt for those perfect sale items that I love. These are some shower curtains, just kind of random. The thing about their shower curtains is they are made out of a really nice quality cotton fabric. Really, really nice. They wash well. They look really nice, that type of thing. So I do like to look for that type of items when I'm here. These are some really pretty pajamas that were not my size, but they were clearance out as well. So I was just kind of looking around, and before I leave the store, I always do my circle back around and make sure I didn't miss out on anything. I still have yet to go over to the kitchen decor section, or the area where they sell like the glassware and plates and things like that. So I'll definitely check that out before I leave today. They also have a really large rug section. And honestly, because of the way that these rugs are rolled up and that type of thing, I don't really get into looking at them very much. But I would imagine you can find some really nice rugs here. Okay, so we're making our way on over here to the table decor section here. So they've got some tabletop decor here that we see that's 60% off. Those look like placemats. They've got some plates, some dishes, some barware, all of those things. A lot of these items I remember seeing when we were in here about a month ago. So not a lot has changed over here in this section. Although I've seen a lot of new things in the store, over here it's not a whole lot that's new. This piece here is new. This is a nice tray, and it was very heavy duty with like the stainless steel on it. That is a nice looking piece. Very, very classy, and everything would be really pretty like on a bar or something like that. I really like that. And it was 60% off, but I was not in the market for anything. So I kept walking to see if there's anything else. Now I have a obsession with wine glasses. I love beautiful goblets and wine glasses and things like that. Although I am clumsy as all get out, and they tend not to last very long in my house. So I don't really invest a whole lot in them because I know that about myself. I have very good self-awareness. It is a poor investment for me to invest in some expensive glasses, but I always like to come over and look just the same, just to see if I may be able to find something that's reasonable enough that I would not, have a fit if I were to break it. I don't know why I'm like that, but I am very clumsy. But they are 60% off today, so that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. They have some really, really pretty glasses. Very, very nice, nicely made, and all of the things. The barware and everything, I love that as well that they have over here. These ice buckets. I looked at these last time I was here and was admiring them. They are so, so nice, but I don't need any more of those either. So I'm just looking. We're just looking, and I'm just showing you. But look how pretty these glasses are. Aren't those so pretty? Oh my God, I just love the really nice, delicate stem on them. So, so nice. Not badly priced, I guess, when you look at it, that you get the 60% off. But I left them. I didn't need them. Now, definitely drop down in the comments below. Let me know. Did you see anything in the store today, either that I mentioned or didn't mention, that caught your eye? Let me know, because I love seeing your comments where you speak on a piece that I maybe didn't see or whatever. It makes me kind of go back and looking like, oh yeah, I missed that. It's hard when you're in the store and you're looking and you're filming at the same time. It's very easy to miss things. So that happens, but I'd love to hear from you if there was anything that caught your eye. Those are some cute little espresso cups and saucers there. I also love to look at their chairs. They always have a nice selection of bar stools, both counter height and bar height to choose from, and tables and things like that. But I love looking at them, and they always seem to be very, very well made, very sturdy and that type of thing, which is a good thing. Well, I think we have covered everything in this store, so it's time to go on home now so that I can share with you what I picked up today. All right, so let's go ahead and do the haul now. Now, I've said before, we're not going to be doing a whole lot of hauls over here, and we're not. But I did want to pick up a couple things there while I was there. So let me share them now. First thing that I picked up is just some hand lotion. This is by Williams-Sonoma, and the fragrance is jasmine. What does it say? Jasmine yuzu. See that? That's what it is. It just smelled really good, and I loved it. And I love some nice hand cream, so I just decided that I'd pick this up. It is a glass bottle. I wish that that were not the case, but it's a pretty bottle and everything. And we're going to go ahead and use this hand lotion because this is the time of year where you need all the hand lotion you can get. Now, keeping in that same theme here, yep, I bought a candle. This is also a Williams-Sonoma candle, and it is also in that same scent. I really, really like that scent. It's got the jasmine in it, which I love, especially for the spring. Such a nice scent. So I picked this up, and it is a large candle, which I love. And I'm happy to say that I've been doing really good with burning down my candles, because I just have this obsession with buying candles. So at least this time I have used up all my candles, so I really did need a candle. It's really heavy. I think it's got a 50 hour burn time or whatever. It's a triple wick. Oh my God, as soon as I open the box I can smell this. I wish that I could share the scent of it, but it's nice, and it's very, very densely packed in here, so I know that this is going to give me a lot of burn time. It's at 50-something hours, so I'm looking forward to that. This is the lid here. I don't know why they had that all. Whatever, it's nothing special about it, but I do need it. Here we go, see? And it just has Williams Sonoma on it. Very nice. I love candles. Oh my God, I just love candles. And that one smells so good. This last item that I bought, I'm going to be doing a refresh of my bathroom, the guest bathroom, the full bath for the guests when they're here. And so I bought this shower curtain. And the colors in here, if you can see them, are very neutral, of course. So we've got some grays, we've got some beige, we've got some white, and we've got a little bit of black going through them. So just my color palette. But it's just a nice switch up for my bathroom. So when I do this refresh, I will have a nice new shower curtain. Now I like to put shower curtains up and then just put a regular curtain all the way up to the ceiling just for that real dramatic look. That just looks so nice to me. So that's what I'm envisioning doing. And I'll probably go with, this is the bottom of this, but just so that you can see the pattern here. That's going to be pretty once I get the curtains that go over it and everything. I'm going to really enjoy this. Yeah, this is the top here. Yeah, so looking forward to that and getting that refresh done. I'm actually going to be painting in that room, and I'm thinking that the color that I'm going to be painting is going to be more like a beigey color, so that's going to be perfect. And then I'll get new rugs and, you know, all of the things. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing in the bathroom. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough of the Pottery Barn Outlet. If you did enjoy today's video, please give me a thumbs up and also leave a message below. I love to see your comments and to interact with you. Also, if you're not currently subscribed, I would like to ask that you consider hitting that subscribe button before you leave today. And if you hit that post notification bell, you'll be notified each time I upload additional videos. Now, I upload every Monday and Wednesday, typically at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if you hit that notification bell, you'll be sure to get notified or as a reminder that a new video has surfaced. And to all my returning family members, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I look forward to seeing you all over here on my next one. Bye-bye.